Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, November 4th of 2024. And this is a recording previous to the USA session open. I'm Giovanni Benacourt. And we started a new month, okay, obviously. And tomorrow is going to be obviously the election days in the States. And basically, if Kamala Harris wins, that most likely is going to be bad for equities, as one of her themes or one of her campaigns is obviously tax the rich, tax capital gains, and even that crazy notion of taxing unrealized gains. So that will be pretty bad for the equities market. Now, if Trump wins, he's pro-investment, so everything will obviously benefit that scenario in that sense. But now, besides the point, today the markets are looking obviously to push higher. But so far, we did open with a gap down in the Nasdaq. This candle opened at 21.36, and this one closed at 21.68. So we are about 50 points down from the close on Friday, and today's open. It has been closed. The market did fluctuate lower towards the lower Bollinger Band, where also the 50-day moving average is sitting. So 20,000 is right below that. So let's just keep this levels of support and resistance. So far, for today, perhaps we will have a nice little momentum to the upside, but I think the markets will all together is going to be calm and just waiting for tomorrow's outcome of the election. As far as the S&P goes, also we are trending higher in the S&P 500 right now, so that could also indicate just another push to the upside, perhaps 5,800. That'll be the marker. As far as the Dow Jones Industrial goes, then we have also some green so far, fluctuating above the 50-day moving average. So let's see if that will give us some momentum to the upside as we open in about an hour or so. The Russell also is actually fluctuating above the 50-day moving average, and just it did open a bit higher. So momentum to the upside in the indices so far. But take that with a grain of salt. That could change pretty quickly. Crude oil is the one that is looking to move higher, even though it did open with a gap down. It has been closed, moved to the upside towards the $72 marker. Let's see if that will be the case in crude oil scenario towards the second level of resistance, which is basically that high that created last week on the 24th. So let's see, cautiously being optimistic, with crude oil. Nat Gas, after opening with such a strong gap down, because this kind of closed at $2.21, and this one opened at $2.14. Okay, so this one closed at 2.214, and this one opened at 2.140. Open with a big gap down, but it has been closed. Okay, so $2 is going to be my second level of support for that. And now let's just use 2.10 as our probable level of support. And the resistance is just leave those levels where we are, since we are pretty much close to it. And we are also just, basically getting close to the fluctuation of the 50-day moving average. So let's just keep that in mind. Now, also, what we want to be able to anticipate on Nat Gas, obviously, this could be just, a nice correction, but let's see how much further would it move higher. Then we have gold. Gold is also just there, fluctating about, looking to say north of 2,700, obviously. So let's just leave those levels of support as they are. 2780 is going to be our level of resistance, our target, obviously. So domestically being long gold. Silver open with a gap down, has been closed. So let's just use 33.5 as our level of resistance for this and 32 as support. Let's see if that will continue to move higher. Copper. All right, so copper finally doing some volatility here. I've been talking about this probable level of breakout to the upside, to the downside. No, it has broken up to the upside. So let's see if it reaches 444. It's actually moving now. So Bitcoin also just doing equal highs, equal lows. They've kind of fluctuated to the downside a bit below that 20-day moving average and medium of the boundary band, but it fluctuated higher. So let's see if it's getting ready to do a leg up. The currencies, the euro is looking to surpass that 109. It had picked its head above it. The 200-day moving average is right below the market, so that's giving it support. But let's see if we do happen to find some more momentum to the upside as the day progresses. Oh wow, what a big gap up on the pound. That's a big gap up. Hasn't been completely halfway close of it. You could probably speculate that could happen, but and then obviously continue to grind higher, or you could just continue to grind higher. But we could expect a closure of that. I mean, not total, but perhaps somewhere between it, halfway there. So somewhere around 129 change. So keep that in mind. And that our index is looking to fluctuate low. It has bounced off that 20-day moving average. Let's just use this low right here as our part of a level of support, and then use that high as our level of resistance. Keep that in mind. If the dollar index happens to continue to move lower because of obviously all of the geopolitical uncertainty of elections in the United States, that could probably continue during the day, and that'll bring us some momentum to the upside on the metals and the currencies. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.